Hello, good morning, and welcome to the BBS Breakfast Show. My name is Cleopatra Starrets. I'm an actor and a special effects makeup artist. I was so excited when I was asked to come and host this show today, and I thought I'd bring in some guests with me, and let's just hang out. Compliments of the season. I hope you're all in health. Today, my first guest is a creative artist manager. His name is Mr. Henryson Balogun. He has managed quite a few notable artists, and one of the people he actually works with at the moment is the manager of Ike Turner, all the way back in Hollywood. So it's a pleasure to have you, Mr. Balogun. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Very well, thank you.
Well,
Yes.
I thought it'd be nice to, get to know you and get to know what you do, and then just chat for a little bit.
Yeah. Morning. How would I put it?
Tell me about yourself.
Okay, myself. I'm a creative director, as I specified, for an organization which is self-run by myself, called Henryson Balogun Creatives. I work with music,
Okay.
fashion industry, and post-production on films, and a couple of artists and recording artists who are quite well put together. And I'm looking forward to moving into Hollywood, or Nollywood, as I put it that
Okay.
way, with, via a lady called Rhoda Wilson, who introduced me to you and told me to come and speak on her behalf about a few things.
The forthcoming movie, which is going to be on the debut date on the 29th of December.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yes.
But so, what was your motivation to go into creative artist management? Because your background was IT, right?
Yes. I worked, not basically IT, I worked in direct marketing, which was basically doing the IT work, and at the same time doing a lot of work in regards to trying to promote specific types of companies, British Airways, the eBay accounts, and a whole host of other companies that I did a lot of work with in regards to direct marketing. And a lot of people that I used to work with were saying, "Oh, Miss Henryson, you seem to know how to actually talk or negotiate specific things on people's behalf. So why don't you facilitate?" So I kind of thought that I should try and help. Started off with a girl called Starrets a long time ago, who kind of looks like Lady Gaga, and I kind of tried to push her forward. She's now working with Big Noise Music in the United States. Big Noise Music, the manager Al Goss was the artist manager for Christina Aguilera.
Okay.
And moved on from there to Catwalk Music, from Catwalk Music, then into fashion. As you know, Catwalk Music has an affiliation with models. Then I all of a sudden started working with models in Finland. Worked with a lady called Suzanne. She won Most Sexiest Woman in Finland. And I kind of got a feel. Then I moved into fashion, and I met up with a lady called Savike, who runs the House of Icons. And she kind of sparked a light in me. She kind of inspired me to actually help, and I helped her try to get funds for her shows, moved on from then on. We now started to talk about other things. Then I came in contact with Dennis again and said, okay, why don't we try and push something forward? Let's try and...
Dennis Rubinstein, you mean?
Dennis Rubinstein, yes. And he started to write up a script for the film, still in the office, trying to look for funding.
Okay.
So if anybody needs to help with the funding, we'll be very happy to take some...
Okay. Okay, so who would you say you admire the most in your industry that you would like to work with, for instance?
As in an actress or producer?
As an actor and also as a producer, I suppose.
Okay, I'm working with someone who I took to liking, because I went to a little film production with some people, and I managed to meet a guy called Richard Blanchard. He was DOP for films like Mission Impossible and The Man Who Knew Infinity. Okay. And we kind of gelled in regards to a short film that we were trying to do called I Love You with Anna Michello.
Okay.
Learned a lot of the tricks of the trade from him. It was very interesting to see how things work out. Worked with Aaron Chopra and a few other people, Anna Pippi and a few other people. They were quite interesting to actually give me an insight as to how things were done in Hollywood. And I'm now taking it on board to try and see whether I can actually introduce that to Nollywood.
Okay, that's good. So have you met any notable people in Nollywood, either as maybe directors or producers?
Yeah, the main person I was actually, this is how it started off. I was asked to come to a preview of a film called Banana something.
Banana Island
Ghost,
Ghosts.
yeah, through a lady called Biola Labi.
Okay.
Because I met her in Nigeria because we were trying to see whether we can actually try and do something together. I've got a film which is still in the offing. It's about deities in
Right.
Nigeria, which I tried to see what I can get in there. And I met her and she came up to me, which is a bit of a funny one. And she just came up to me and said, "Oh, guess what? I'm looking for someone that could do color grading." I said, "What? What's that all about?" And she now started to talk about what she does, how she puts things forward. And we talked about how we can work together since she has a foothold in Nollywood. And I felt that I could actually help in doing other things. So we're trying to get funds together to actually help start improving the way Nollywood is depicted in society and so on. So we've been working together. And as of late, her latest film...
so it's called The Christmas Gift Given, something like that.
More or less.
Yeah, and it's going to be debuted on the 29th, I think, of December,
yes,
isn't it?
I attended the show, the premiere, and by chance, I kind of wiggled my way of actually getting one of my recording artists to be featured on her a CD. His name is Lakeside. He's someone that I work with in Nigeria, and he's a very good artist, as good as Wizkid. So he's on the bonus track on her CD. So if you look at the bonus track, please try and purchase it from Rhoda. Our website is rhodawilson.com.
Okay.
And you can find that.
Oh, that's fine. Okay. So I'm sure you're aware of all the stuff going on at the moment in the country with regards to Brexit.
Absolutely.
And so on and so forth. How do you think that relates to what you do? Is that going to affect
No,
you in
not
any
really,
way?
because the industry is fairly dynamic. It's not quite static or related to Brexit. You cannot, and don't forget, we were talking about Nollywood, Hollywood, and so on and so forth. But most of those, they transcend boundaries and borders. So I don't think Brexit would actually have an effect on the industry, apart from the fundings and the areas whereby funding can actually be, how would I use the word? Lessened, so that people can actually produce their films.
Right.
Yeah, so like in Ireland, as I've been told lately.
Okay. I know you're mainly based in Europe, right?
Yes, basically I'm based here and most of the Scandinavian countries.
Okay.
My kids are half Swedish, so I have an affiliation with Sweden too. So I know a couple of people over there in music and film production. So I work with them.
So the reason I'm asking is because there's this issue about this black on black crime here in the UK at the moment that's really serious, and we're trying to deal with.
Yeah.
Do you have anything similar in Europe? And if not, what do you think we can do to curb it?
That will be a very steep, because there's one thing is that I'm fairly shielded. I don't really kind of have an intimate relationship with the black on black crime, but I've watched a program recently. It was aired on TV called Brotherhood.
Right.
I sat down and watched that film. That film was actually brilliantly done. It was something that I believe, if we can actually get our youths to watch and see how crime not being an avenue for revenue or funding or creating a family, it actually helps in moving them away from crime and actually seeing whether they can actually do something better.
Do you think parents have a lot to contribute when it comes to actually raising kids that are well-centered and are not crime-driven or anything like that? Yes, I think parents do, because our parents, because we both, I think my parents are from Nigeria, and I noticed that we were brought up in a different format, somewhat, as I would say. We were always focusing on education, getting to where we need to go to. I studied law in engineering, and now I'm doing something that I think is more of my liking, like creative work, which is my parents were a bit shy away from trying to get me into film, to say no, study law or engineering or be a doctor, but I think creativeness has always been my forte. And it depends on the individual or what they want to do, and sometimes you need to help people to channel them into those environments and make sure that they themselves see role models who are in industry, so they can actually say, okay, guess what, I can do it, like Adiboyega that did the Star Wars thing. He's done quite well. I mean, we went to the same acting school. Obviously,
You know, so those are the types of role models that they need now. It's a bit more open to the younger ones. Our generation had a bit of a hard time, to be honest. That's what. But somehow we actually, I think we
turned
did
out
well.
all right, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, this is us right now.
Yes. So what are your plans for Christmas? Have you got anything happening?
My plans for Christmas are all over the place. I was supposed to be in Nigeria, but I said, let me be here because my kids are coming from Sweden to come and spend time with us.
Okay.
Mia, Tova, they're into what I do. They're into the film production. They do all these writing books and scripts and so on and so forth.
That's nice.
Tova, my youngest one, is actually writing a book, and she's a bit like me. She's a Virgo like me, so she everybody knows who she is. She's very nosy, and she's got a very big following on Instagram.
Okay.
And on social media. So I follow what she does.
Right. That's good. That's good. Keep an eye on her.
Yeah,
yes.
I do.
Yes.
I do. And
okay.
Quite,
that's really good. That's really good. Thank you very much.
Okay.
And hopefully we'll get to see you again. I'm sure you've got other big projects lined up.
Oh yes.
You know,
something that Iron Road we're planning to do. We're trying to get fundings.
Okay. Okay. What's that called?
We haven't given a title yet.
You've got a name yet.
We're looking for. Let's put it this way: if you don't have the fundings,
you can't make it happen, right? Okay.
But I want to make sure that when we get the fundings, we do something with the experience I have with Nollywood and trying to merge it into Nollywood. Okay. And I think she was talking about trying to get Bollywood involved in this. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So that would actually give a step into making the production of the films that she's making more central to the state of the mainstream way of making films. It's quite and there's one thing, she's very astute.
Yes.
I love the way she is. She's very passionate.
Rhoda is probably one of the best we have here in this industry right now in the UK, and and I'm excited about the forthcoming movie. Yes. The Christmas Gift Given, that's the title of the movie.
Yes.
And it's going to be debuted here first of all on the 29th of December. Yes. So you have to be there. It's going to be at the Odeon Cinema in Greenwich.
Yeah, absolutely.
So everybody get your tickets. Go to RhodaWilson.com.
RhodaWilson.com.
Okay.
She reminds me of one person that's inspired me when I was quite young. There's a lady called Jumoke Debayo, my aunt.
Okay.
Who was in all these old films in those days, and Love Thy Neighbours and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
She's the one that kind of pushed me into that.
Okay. So thank you very much for your time this morning. I hope you've had a lovely time here so far.
Yes, I have.
And hopefully we'll see you again real soon.
Pleasure meeting you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody. Our next guest will be out in a minute, but in the meantime, don't touch that dial. We'll be right back.